Greetings. Welcome to another of our co-video yoga series. This is going to be a restorative class. Should last about 1 hour. So let's go ahead and get ready. If you can roll out your mat, and we'll start by lying back. So go ahead and lie back, support yourself however you need to. So if you have tightness in your low back, you can go ahead and bend your knees or put a bolster or a blanket under your knees. You can cover your eyes if you'd like, put a towel over your eyes, or if you have an eye bag. And we'll just go ahead and settle in. So lie back, let the legs spread wide. If they'd like to, roll your palms up to the ceiling if that's okay with your shoulders. Go ahead and close your eyes. And begin to bring awareness to the physical body. Slowly scan tips of toes to the top of the head. Notice what's happening today. Notice if there's tension or tightness. Notice if there's any soreness in the body. Note if you're holding any tension in your jaw or the space between your eyebrows. And for now, just taking note, not trying to fix anything. Just becoming aware of what is in this instant. And then let's begin to bring awareness to the quality of our mind. Noticing the relative busyness or calmness of the mind. And then releasing all forms of thinking. Releasing planning, releasing worrying, releasing anxiety, releasing idea generating. Letting the mind become completely blank. Bringing our awareness instead to external and internal sensation. Hearing sounds that we can hear. Feeling contact of the body with our yoga mat. Feeling the air moving across our face. And then let's bring all of our attention, all of our awareness to our breath, the natural flow of the breath. So not taking control of the breath. Allow the body to breathe as it does when you're not paying attention. But simply start to pay attention. Bring the mind's eye to wherever it is that you most readily feel your breath flowing. So for some of us, that might be the space behind the navel. For some of us, that might be the edges of the nostrils. And for some of us, it might be anywhere in between. Fix the mind's eye at that space in the body and just observe breath flowing in, breath flowing out. And then let's transition from natural breathing to controlled breathing and begin to gently deepen your breath. Breathing into the diaphragm, the ribs, the chest, completely inflating the lungs from the bottom up. And then we'll completely empty the lungs from the top down, using the visualization of the lungs or the torso being like an empty vessel, a pitcher or perhaps a vase. And breath being fluid, life-giving fluid, filling that vessel from the base all the way up to the brink of the throat. And then as though we were to tip the vessel and pour the breath out from the throat all the way to the last drop at the bottom of the diaphragm, completely inflating the lungs bottom up, completely emptying the lungs from the top down, finding that full capacity of the lungs. Filling the back body, filling the side bodies. Long, steady, full inhales. Long, complete exhales, squeezing out the breath as though you were squeezing water from a sponge. And then let's go ahead and add the sound of Ujjayi breathing, soft sound breath. And as best we can, maintaining Ujjayi breathing, sound breathing, all the way until we come into Shavasana. Setting the intention to be aware of each and every breath as we come into our physical practice, our asana practice. Okay, if you have rolls or bolsters underneath you, you can bend your knees, roll off to your right, get rolls and bolsters out from underneath you. And we're going to come onto our back again and begin to work with some physical practice. Check in with the breath, fill the lungs with the inhales, empty the lungs with the exhales. Gently flatten the outer edges of your shoulder blades onto the mat. Make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. And with an inhale, arms overhead, we're going to give ourselves a long stretch. Tips of toes to tips of fingers. Exhaling, bend both knees, and we'll bring our knees into our chest. One hand on each knee, or wrap your arms around your knees. Gently tuck the chin. Give yourself a nice little squeeze in. Rock your head from side to side, checking to see if you find any tension in the back of the neck or the sides of the neck. And then we'll rock from side to side on our back. Inhaling, come back to center. With one hand on each knee, go ahead and straighten your elbows. And we'll put a little bit of weight on our knees with our hands, feeling the pressing of our sacrum into the mat. And we're going to make little tiny circles with the knees. Little tiny circles. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's let the circles get a little bigger. And a little bigger. And if you'd like, you can release your knees and just make circles with the knees, letting the circles get bigger and bigger until you're making as big of circles as you can make with your knees. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, as you bring the knees toward the chest, we're going to draw the knees all the way into the chest again. And then we'll start to make great big circles in the opposite direction. Big, wide, sweeping circles. Breathing in, breathing out. Begin to spiral the circles back in and in until you come back to little teeny tiny circles. Deep inhale. Exhale the knees into the chest again. Nice squeeze in. And we'll extend our left leg out either to the mat or you can keep it just above the mat. Deep inhale. Exhale, we'll bring our nose toward our right knee and our knee toward our nose. Inhale, switch, back of the head to the mat. And exhaling, nose toward the left knee, knee toward the nose. And inhale, switch. Exhale, nose toward the right knee. And inhale, switch. And exhale, nose toward the left knee. Inhale, switch. Exhale, nose toward the right knee. And inhale, switch. And exhale, nose toward the left knee. Inhale, switch. This time we're going to keep our head on the floor. If you have low back issues, you can keep your left knee bent and let your left leg fall out to the left, or extend the left leg onto the mat, take full extension through the heel, and we'll exhale the right knee in toward the chest, and then swing the right leg out to the right. Bring your right arm inside of the right leg and get a hold of your ankle, your shin, or if you can reach the outer edge of your foot, you can get a hold of your foot. This is a good place to use a strap. So if you don't reach, you can put your strap around your foot. And then we'll work our right knee towards the floor outside of the right armpit without creating tension in the right shoulder, muscles of the chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's gently release. Extend the right leg out onto the mat. Windshield wiper a bit. And then full extension through the right heel, or bend your right knee, the right leg flopping out to the right, whichever works for you. And we'll exhale the left knee into the chest. Hug the knee in. Swing the left leg out to the left a bit. And again, left arm inside the left leg, getting a hold of shin or ankle. You can even just wrap your arm around the back of your thigh if that's what works for you. And then we'll work our left knee towards the floor outside of the left armpit. Keep the back of the right thigh pressing down. Keep the right hip down. Breathing in, breathing out. And gently release. Extend the left leg out onto the mat. Windshield wiper with your feet. And then we'll roll over onto our right side. And bring ourselves to upright. And we'll come to a seated position. So let's get a folded blanket for underneath our sit bones. And sitting up nice and tall. If your knees don't make it to the floor when you're sitting cross-legged, be sure to support your knees. You can use a block, if you have blocks at home, or anything you have, a rolled up sock, you can put a towel, you can put under your knees. And we're going to try to sit up as tall as we can. Roll your shoulders back and down. Feel the weight in your sit bones, and pressing into the sit bones, rise up through the top of your head. Find your breath again, Ujjayi breathing. And with an inhale, we'll sweep our arms to the sides and overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, and exhaling, we're going to fold to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhaling, fold to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we'll bring the right hand down alongside of our right hip, and we're going to fold to the right again, reaching across with the left hand, and breathing here. Inhale, rise up, sweep the left hand down, and we'll reach across with the right hand. And breathing here. And inhale, rise up, bring both arms overhead, interlace, turn your palms up, draw the shoulders down away from the ears again, press the palms of your hands to the ceiling, take a deep inhale. And as best you can, we're going to try to bring our arms back behind our ears. And gently release the arms down. And let's bring our hands onto our thighs. Inhale, wrap your shoulders around your ears, squeeze as tightly as you can. Exhale, shoulders all the way back and down. Inhale, shoulders up around the ears, squeeze as tightly as you can. And exhale, shoulders all the way back and down. And one more time. Inhale, wrap the shoulders around the ears. And exhale, shoulders back and down. And let's roll the shoulders a bit. One direction, and then the other. Great. Inhale, rise up through the crown of your head. With the exhale, we're going to turn to gaze over our left shoulder, keeping the right shoulder back and down. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, turn to gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center, and loosen the shoulders a bit. And let's extend our legs out in front. Windshield wiper with your feet. We'll keep our left leg extended out in front, and we're going to bring the right ankle just above the left kneecap. Take a full extension through the right heel. If you feel this in your right knee, you need to change something. So you can slide your right ankle further down the left leg. You can take more of an extension through the heel, but we don't want to find discomfort in our right knee. If you're feeling it in your left knee, you can put something underneath the back of your left knee to just elevate the back of the knee a little bit. And then we're going to weight our right knee toward the floor with our right hand. Sit up nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out. And inhale, go ahead and pick up the right lower leg. We're going to hold on to the right foot with the left hand, and we'll hold on to the right knee with the right hand, or if you can bring your right knee into the crook of your right elbow. Let's try to bring our shin as best we can parallel to the floor. Shoulders back and down, sit up tall, and we'll gently rock the right leg from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. And then release, extend the right leg out, windshield wiper. And let's switch sides. Left ankle, just above the right kneecap, full extension through that left heel. Protect the knees again, so if you need something under your right knee, or if you need to slide the ankle further down to protect the left knee, that's fine. Sit up tall, and we'll weight our left knee toward the floor. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and pick up the left lower leg. So hold on to the left foot with the right hand, left knee with the left hand or crook of the left elbow. Sit up tall, full extension through the heel. As best we can, we're trying to bring the shin parallel to the floor. And if we could, one fine day, we would bring the shin parallel to the chest, drawing the ankle in as we protect the knee and breathe. Gently rocking. Rocking the baby, so gazing lovingly into the eyes of your big toe. Breathing in, breathing out. And then let's gently release. Extend the left leg up, windshield wiper. And we'll keep the left leg extended out in front. We're going to bring the right leg over the left. As best we can, we'll stack the right knee over the left knee. So it's perfectly fine if your right foot is way out here, or if you could, you'd bring it all the way in by the hip. Most of us are going to stay here, but a couple of us, if you're feeling flexible in the hips today, you could also bend your left leg. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, we're going to sweep our arms wide. Exhale, arms together, we'll bring the left arm under the right as best we can past the elbows, and then we're going to bend both elbows. You can work the back of the hands towards each other, you can bring the back of your hands together, or you can wrap your forearms and bring your palms together. Shoulders down away from the ears, navel up and in, and inhaling, lift your arms. Exhale, the arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, the arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, the arms back down. Inhale, unwind, sweep open. We're going to bring our arms around behind our back. Interlace your fingers as best you can, or you can just make fists, press your fists toward the floor. Or press your knuckles toward the floor if the fingers are interlaced. And we'll lift our breastbone up and across the room and breathing here. And gently release and loosen the shoulders a bit. Pick up the right knee. Extend the right leg out. Pick up the left knee, extend the left leg out, windshield wiper. And we'll go to the other side. So we'll bring the left leg over the right leg, knee over knee as best you can. And then if it works on this side, you can also bend the right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhaling, sweep the arms wide. Exhaling, we'll bring the left arm under the right. Past the elbows. Bend both elbows. Back of the hands again are going to move towards each other. Together, or wrap the forearms and bring the palms together. Shoulders down, navel up and in. And inhaling, lift your arms. And exhale, the arms back down. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, the arms back down. And inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, the arms back Inhale, unwind, sweep open, bring your arms around behind your back. Interlace. This time, or again, you can just have the arms wide, palms up. This time, sitting up tall, we're going to try to lift our arms away from our back and breathe. Deep inhale. Exhale the arms down and loosen. Release. Okay, we're going to come to standing. So let's unwind our legs. Extend the legs out in front. Windshield wiper. And however you get there, let's come to our feet. You can set bolsters, blankets off to the side. And we're going to come to the front edge of our mats. So find your feet. You can have your feet hip distance apart, maybe even a little wider. Inhale, arms to the sides and overhead. Exhaling, arms wide, soft knees, lead with the heart, coming all the way down. And we'll clasp our wrists, our forearms, or our elbows. Let your arms hang from the shoulder sockets. Make sure your head is hanging from the end of your neck. And breathing here. Knees are bent, so no locked knees. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften the knees a little further. Inhale the arms wide and we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, arms wide, lead with the heart, swan dive, right back down into your lap. And clasp the forearms or the elbows again, arms hanging, head hanging. Breathing in, breathing out. Bend the knees a little more deeply and inhale the arms wide and we'll rise all the way up. Release your arms down and let's loosen the shoulders. Okay, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bend your knees and squat. Take all the weight out of your toes. Equal weight between inner foot and outer foot. You can set the toes back down with no weight on them. And then let's check to see what we're doing with our pelvis. So we want to make sure we're not shooting the tail out behind or tucking the tail, flattening the spine. So there's a nice curve in the low back. And we'll inhale the arms out in front of us. Draw the shoulders back in space and breathing here. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhaling, rise up. Release the arms down. Loosen the shoulders again. And let's come to the center of our mat. Facing forward. And we'll come into some standing poses. We're going to step our right foot out to the right, straight front to back. And we'll heel toe the left foot back, coming into a nice long stride. Drop the tail, lift your heart. Inhale, arms out over the legs. Exhale, bend the right knee. And we'll pause right here, knee directly over the ankle. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, gazing over the right fingertips, hips are level. Inhale, rise up, straighten the right knee. Bring your left hand onto your left thigh, turn the right palm up. And we'll slide our left hand down our left leg and reach behind us with the right hand. Breathing here. Inhale, rise up, arms out over legs. Exhale, bend the right knee. And we're going to bring our right elbow or forearm onto the right thigh, palm up. Sweep your left arm down, around, and across the room as best you can, forming a perfectly straight line from your left ankle to your left fingertips. Chin tucked. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. The tail is moving toward the left heel. And with the exhale, as best you can, we'll spin the spine, rolling the heart toward the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up and out. Let's hands to the hips. We'll turn the right toes in. And let's heel toe the feet together. Step the feet together. Shake out a bit. Loosen a bit. And then we'll come to the other side. So left foot out, straight front to back. Step the right foot back. Heel toe the right foot back. And we want to end up with what for us is a pretty long stride. Right heel a little further back than the toes. Levelize the hips. Drop the tail. Inhale, arms out over the legs. Turn to gaze over your left fingertips. Exhale, bend the left knee. And again, knee stops right over the ankle or a little behind the ankle, but not past it. The right arm wants to be parallel to the floor, right out of the shoulder. And if we look down the torso, from chin to pubic bone should be a straight line and it should be straight up and down. Gazing over the left fingertips, soft toes, soft tongue. Inhale, rise up. We're going to bring our right hand onto the right thigh, left palm up. Slide your right hand down the right leg. Reach behind you with the left hand. Inhale, rise up. Arms out over legs. Exhale, bend your left knee. Bend the left elbow, forearm to the thigh, palm up. Sweep the right arm down, around, and across the room. Chin tucked, tail to the right heel, lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a full inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to roll the heart toward the ceiling again. If your balance doesn't permit this, just look down. Deep inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale, use your right arm to bring yourself up and out. Hands to the hips. We're going to heel toe the feet together. So we can gracefully step the feet together and then shake out. Shake the legs out, loosen the shoulders, loosen your jaw. And we'll come to the front edge of our mat again. And this time we're going to have our feet at least hip distance apart, wider if need be. We'll keep the right foot forward and we're going to step the left foot back. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. So in this pose, we want the hips squaring to the front edge of the mat as best we can. The tail is rocking down, heart is lifting. Take a full inhale. With the exhale, we're going to bend our right knee. So the knee's going to stop again right over the ankle. If you're able to go past the ankle, then you can heel toe your back foot a little further back. Make sure that back heel is way back. Inhale, arms to the side so you can stay here if this is what works for you, or you can bring your arms overhead and breathe. Inhale, arms down, we'll rise up. Let's turn the right toes in and heel toe the feet together. Step the feet together, shake out a bit, and let's try the other side. So left foot forward, straight front to back. Step the right foot back, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Turn the heel way back. Square the hips toward the front edge of the mat. Rock your tail down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, bend the left knee. Stopping again with the knee right over the ankle. We're pressing into the outer edge of the right foot, so that right femur is in external rotation. But as the femur is in external rotation, we're bringing our right hip forward and down. And then inhale the arms wide. And again, you can stay right here if this is what works for you. Or inhale the arms overhead and breathing here. Inhale, arms down. Let's rise up. Hands to the hips, left toes in, and heel toe the feet together. Step the feet together, shake out, and let's come back to the front of our mat with feet at least hip distance apart. We're going to do a back bending pose, standing back arch. So you have many options of what to do with your hands. If your wrists are okay, you can bring heels of hands onto the outer points of the sacrum, fingers facing down or to the side. Or you can use fists into the sacrum if that's what works for you. So get your hands set. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, tail down. Exhale, we're going to begin to fold back, keeping the chin tucked. And then if your neck is okay, you can start to let your head go back, but try to keep the back of your neck long. Inhale, rise up. Let your head come last. Drop your chin into the notch between the collarbones and let your arms hang. Roll the wrists a bit. Shake the hands out. And then crown of the head back up to the ceiling. And let's make a fist with the hands as tight as we can. And then shake your hands out. And make a fist with your hands as tight as you can. And then shake the hands out. Okay, excellent. Let's get a bench. So folded blanket or bolster or pillow, couch cushion, whatever you have to elevate your hips. And get your strap, or if you have a tie that you can use. We're going to extend our legs out in front, coming into Paschimottanasana, or full forward fold. So let's take our strap, take all the twists out, lasso your feet, and then we'll let the strap lay there. Bring your hands to the sides of your hips. With a deep inhale, we'll lengthen the front of the spine, shoulders back and down. And with the exhale, we'll lean in a bit. Reach out, get your strap. Walk it up around the balls of the toes. Walk your fingers down your straps until your arms are straight. Inhale, lengthen pubic bone to breastbone. Exhale, leaning in. So for many of us, we're probably just going to work on sitting up perfectly straight and extending through the heels. If you're a little more flexible in your hamstrings, you can start to walk your fingers down your strap. But what we're looking to avoid is this collapsing in the low back and this rounding in the upper back. So we want to keep the spine in alignment. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Exhale, think about bringing your belly toward your thighs. And breathe. Slide the hands back. You can set your strap. Off to the side, lean back a bit, windshield wiper with the feet. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and spread our legs wide. So left leg out to the left, right leg out to the right, and wide is whatever that is for you. So it could be anywhere from 45 degrees to 90 degrees. If you can do 180, don't. That's a little too much. Full extension through the heels. Bring your hands to the sides of your hips. And again, for some of us, we're just going to try to extend through the heels and sit up straight. For most of us, probably. So this is fine. Just try to sit tall or deep inhale. If it works for you, you can bring your hands down onto the mat in front of you. Each inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Each exhale, let gravity take you a little further into the forward fold. And inhale. Rise up. Walk your hands back. Rock back onto your buttocks a bit. And one at a time, we're going to pick the legs up and gently bring them back onto the mat. Windshield wiper. And then we'll come into cross-leg position. Sit up nice and tall. So again, if your knees are floating, be sure to protect your knees by getting them up on a block or a towel or whatever you have. Hands to the sides of the hips. We're going to inhale, sit up as tall as we can. Shoulders back and down. Exhale. Inhale, we'll sweep the right arm overhead. And with the exhale, we're going to start to twist to the left, bringing our right hand to the outside of the left thigh. We'll bring the left hand around behind us. You can bring it onto the floor or you can get a hold of your bench. Keep the navel up and in to protect the low back. Inhale, rise up through the crown of the head. And with the exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Loosen the shoulders a bit. Next inhale, let's rise up through the crown of the head again. And then bring the left arm overhead. Get nice and tall. And exhale, left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand around behind the back. And we'll take a nice twist to the right. Inhale back to center, loosen, and we'll pick up the legs, extend the legs out in front. We're going to drop off of our bench, extend the legs out in front, windshield wiper, bounce the legs up and down, roll your ankles a bit each direction. Okay, and then we're going to prepare to be upside down. So you can go to the wall if you're using a wall in your house, or you can put your legs up on the seat of your sofa. So get whatever props you need. It's nice to elevate the sit bones with a folded blanket to get the hips a little bit higher than the heart. And then we'll go ahead and lie back. If you are practicing shoulder stand, or headstand, you can work on those poses. If you don't have a free wall, you can just bring your legs up toward the ceiling in the center of the room. I like to use that visualization of having someone or something, a strap or a soft cord around the ankles, holding the legs up in the air so that you can just let go and let the legs hang from your friend's hands. And we'll do the same thing with the arms. We're going to bring our arms up toward the ceiling and let the hands hang from the wrists, using that visualization of a soft silken cord tying our wrists and holding our arms in the air so that we don't have to. And breathing here. Be sure not to lose track of your breath, filling the lungs with the inhales, emptying the lungs with the exhales. Soft Ujjayi breathing, using that sound of Ujjayi breath to remind us to breathe and to stay present. If you're in the center of the room with your legs up, another thing that works nicely is to take a strap, or again, if you're using a tie, put it around your feet, slide your hands down the strap until your elbows are on the floor, and using that strap to help support the legs up in the air. If you are in shoulder stand or perhaps headstand, begin to bring yourself out and come through your counter poses. If you're coming out of shoulder stand, fish pose. If you're coming out of headstand, do some neck rolls to release the tension in the back of the neck. Those of you with legs up the wall or up in the air, let's take a deep inhale. And exhale, bend your knees, bring your knees in towards your chest. If you're using a strap, you can set it off to the side. Then give yourself a nice squeeze in. Extend an arm overhead, and we're going to roll over onto our side. Press both hands into the floor to bring yourself upright, and it's time for Shavasana. So go ahead and get whatever props you like to use. You can use your bolster for underneath your knees. You can cover up with a blanket. If you like using an eye bag, you can use your eye bag over your eyes. You can use a rolled mat or a rolled blanket down your spine if you like that. And we're going to go ahead and settle in. So lie back. Let the legs spread as wide as they would like to spread. Arms out to the sides, palms up, releasing the shoulders down towards the mat. Let's take a long, steady inhale. Exhaling, mouth and eyes wide open, tongue all the way out. With your mouth wide open, move your jaw from side to side. And then let's gently wet our lips. Bring a soft, silly smile onto the lips, releasing the face. And let everything go. Eyes softly close. Release any control of the breath. Allow muscles to release their grip on the bones, allowing the bones to sink with the force of gravity. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you and surrendering to it. If you find the mind has wandered off, just release the thoughts, coming back to being fully present, wide awake, completely relaxed. in the North Country, now it is spring, and there is a certain celebration. The thrush has come home. He is shy and likes the evening best, also the hour just before morning. In that blue and gritty light, he climbs to his branch or smoothly sails there. It is okay to know only one song, if it is this one. Hear it rise and fall. The very elements of your soul shiver nicely. What would spring be without it? Mostly frogs. But don't worry, he arrives year after year, humble and obedient and gorgeous. You listen, and you know you could live a better life than you do. Be softer, kinder, and maybe this year you will be able to do it. Hear how his voice rises and falls. There is no way to be sufficiently grateful for the gifts we are given. No way to speak the Lord's name often enough, though we do try, and especially now, as that dappled breast breathes in the pines and the heaven's windows in the North Country. Now spring has come, are opened wide. North Country by Mary Oliver. And let's begin to consciously deepen our breath. Add soft movement. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Gently rock your head from side to side, releasing your neck. Flutter your eyelids, welcoming in some light. And as you're ready, inhale your arms overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch, tips of toes to tips of fingers. Gently bend your knees, rolling over onto your right side. Press both hands into the floor to bring yourself upright. And we'll come to a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And when we are both in that place, we are one. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a lovely day.